I'm a guitar traditionalist. Give me a classic guitar, plug it into a classic amp, and crank it up. But this is the new Enya Inspire smart guitar. And I've got to admit, it's changed how I practice and especially how I play on the go. So in this video, I'll show you what's cool about this guitar and why it just might be a great choice even if you're a traditionalist like me. This is the Inspire smart guitar from Enya, a company who specializes in making carbon fiber guitars, and they've really outdone themselves with this new Inspire model. It's been a real game changer for me when I travel, but especially with practice sessions, both playing around the house and in playing with singers in my band. Let me show you exactly why. To do that, I'll take you through the basic specs, then we'll have a look at some of the more special features, and then the really special features. And then we'll have a listen to what it can do with some sound samples. Okay, the basic specs. Well, they're basic. It's got a Strat style body, an HSS pickup configuration, 5-way selector switch. It's got a push-pull pot where you can split the coil on the humbucker. It's got a 2-point tremolo system, and it's not bad. You'll hear some sound samples a little bit later. And it's got 6 on the side tuners. Again, the tuners are pretty decent quality. Besides this goth black, it comes in a number of different colors. I'm kind of partial to the gray with the gold hardware. Okay, those are the basic specs. Now let's see some of the special features that really distinguish this guitar. Now, first and foremost in the special features has got to be the carbon fiber body. If you've never played a carbon fiber guitar before, it just feels super comfortable. And this is a light guitar as well. It's a little over 7 pounds, which is comfortable. I can play this all night if I need to. It just really fits your hand like a glove. I mean, look at that neck joint. It's just, the upper axis is just incredible. The neck carve on this is also an asymmetric neck carve. They say it's more like a V down here and more like a C. It's not super slim like an Ibanez, but it's a fairly slim neck. But there's an asymmetry to it. I don't know, it just grabs your hand perfectly. I love the neck carve on this. It also has 24 frets. So you've got the extra reach up here. That's kind of a nice feature. And actually, I lied. It has 25 frets because it's got a 0th fret. Again, this is a nice feature because it really helps with pretty low playing action, but it's going to help with the intonation all the way up. It's a nice little feature. Additionally, the neck has a truss rod adjustment at the bottom, which I always enjoy. The spoke wheel there, that helps quite a bit. And believe it or not, that's the normal stuff when it comes to this guitar. It's got some even specialer features. Yeah, I know, that's not a word. So what makes this a smart guitar? What are the things that, for me, made it more convenient than anything I'd thought of before? Let's start with the connectivity. We've got a regular instrument port. You can obviously plug it directly into an amp, which is great, and use this passively. You've got a headphone out, or you can use it as a line out. And you've got a USB-C connection where you use this to charge the battery, more on that later, but also you can use it to connect to the computer. But that's really nothing compared to the next feature. This guitar has onboard electronics. See that blue? Now, at any given time, there are 4 presets that you can use, and they change on the color. And when I press this button, you'll see the color change. There's clean, there's an overdrive, there's what I'll call a lead, and there's a super lead, which has a very high gain setting. And all of these are controlled by the software. You can control it easily. And amazingly, there's also a foot switch, a wireless foot switch that comes with it. And you'll see as I change this, you'll see the color change on the guitar as well. It's just hard to do with one hand, but with a foot, it's a breeze. I'll give some demos of all of those presets coming up, but let's take a look at one more super special feature. That last super special feature is a 15-watt onboard speaker. And let me tell you, this in combination with the onboard electronics and with the foot switch has made a huge difference in my guitar life. It makes my practice sessions so much easier. I go to my buddy's house. I don't have to lug my amp or my pedal board. I just bring this and the guitar and we can jam. I can play with my singers. Are you going to play the Pontiac Silverdome with this 15-watt speaker? No. But can you use it for busking? Probably. Can you use it for these practice sessions? Yes. Can you use it for playing around the house? Absolutely. This 15-watt speaker on board, total game changer. Okay, here's where the rubber hits the road. All those special features don't mean anything if it doesn't sound good. So here's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to use the guitar passively, just plugging it into an amp without turning the onboard electronics on. We'll play it clean, we'll play it dirty. All right, so you can get a profile of how that sounds. Next, I'll use the onboard effects, and I'll play it through an amp. So you'll hear that. And then finally, I'll play it listening to this speaker, this 15-watt speaker. So you get the full picture on this. As always, I'm not going to doctor the sound. I'm not going to do any post-processing. If I do use a pedal, I'll tell you what pedals I'm using, okay? The one exception to this, it's not really an exception, is when I do the speaker at the very end, I'm going to be recording it ambiently through this Zoom H1. It's not the highest quality mic, so I'll speak and you'll hear my voice through it so you can get at least a gauge for how the quality is going to drop when you start to hear the speaker, because I record everything else direct into my musical interface. All right, so let's go. Let's do clean sounds first. Okay, let's do some dirty sounds. I'm only going to do neck, middle, and bridge on this. I think that'll give you a pretty clear idea. Okay, now here's where the fun begins. Let's turn this on. Pow! There we go. And I'm just going to play through the 4 presets that came as it did in the box. But remember, you can change all the things on the onboard software. You can edit the amp. You can put in different effects like a delay or an overdrive. You can adjust the amount of overdrive, change the settings on the amp, all of those things to play around. It's actually pretty easy. But I'm just going to use the ones right out of the box. Let's get to it. Okay, here's where we're going to record using the onboard speaker. So let me switch mics. Okay, microphone switched. You can hear how my voice sounds. And so the same sort of drop in quality is going to happen when I record with this. But I'm trying to capture the ambient in the room. This is how the speaker is going to sound. So that's the new Enya Inspire smart guitar. But maybe you prefer a Les Paul style single cut guitar. If so, check out my review of the Enya Go Sonic. It's a Les Paul style guitar with many of the same features. We'll see you on down the road.